Hello, you beautiful people around the world. How are you? Hoping you're good. Let's have a look quickly at verbs. Now, what are verbs? Verbs are actions, or verbs are states of being or mind. Now, that sounds a little confusing, but don't you worry because you rock and you can do this. So, verbs that are actions, well, that's easy. For example, take, yeah? Take. Take is a physical action, so that's nice and easy. How about get? Oh, get. There we go. I get a piece of paper. How about look at? So I'm looking at you. Looking at you. Yeah? Help. It's always nice to help somebody. Get up in the morning. Write. I like to write books. How about watch? We like to watch movies. Play. Look up. Or read. All of these are physical actions. They involve some kind of physical movement or action. Now, the other type of verbs are verbs that are states of being or mind. Now, for example, recognize. I recognize my mother in a photo. Now, that is a state of mind. That is not a physical action. Okay? How about prefer? Well, that tells me about my state of mind, as in what I prefer in life. That's not a physical action, that's the state of my mind. Similar to know. If you know somebody, it's not a physical action. Believe. Love. Believe again. Have. I have a car. That is not a physical action, that is a state of possession. Yeah, a state of being my possession. Same with own and include. That's a state of being. So let's quickly have a look at some parts about this. Something interesting is that state verbs can't have ing form. What does that mean? Well, for example, I can't say I am believing in you. That is wrong. What I have to say is that I believe in you. That is correct. Why? Because state verbs can't have ing form. All right? Now, the one confusing factor that sometimes gets people is that some verbs, let me move this up a little bit for you all, some verbs can be action or state verbs depending on their use. Now, a good example is think. Think can mean mentally process, or think can mean believe. For example, I am thinking about my holiday. Well, that is a mental process. I think you are fantastic. That's right. Why? Because you rock. But that is a state of belief. So that is a state of mind. I think you are fantastic. So I can't say I am thinking you are fantastic. Now, don't worry, you'll get it. There's loads of actions on my website to help you. So just believe in yourself and remember, you rock.